A college girl and a youth who jumped into the water to save her life has gone missing after falling into the sea at Mumbai's Bandstand area. The college student was taking a selfie when she fell into the water. A young fisherman, on hearing her screams, jumped into the water in an attempt to save her. The two are missing now. It is feared that they might have drowned due to a high tide. Police have been scanning the area in search of the two people. Let's now go across to Vidya, who joins us with all the latest. Vidya, this particular area in Bandstand, this is not the first time that somebody has fallen into, the sea. There are people who, in low tide, try to venture. They try to go down, and then suddenly there's high tide, which has caused a lot of deaths in the past also. This, however, was a case of taking a selfie, which again, I mean, this has been the trend the world over, but just to get a perfect shot, people have been taking dangerous selfies. Just take us through a little bit about what the police has been able to gather in their search operations.
Well, it's the fire brigade which is really doing the search operation. Police has basically, there were 3 girls who, and out of them 2 have survived. One had to be taken to the hospital, but was eventually after that taken to the police station. The 2 girls have given the statement as to how, since it was weekend, they did not really have a college time, so they actually ventured out to Bandstand. They came here all the way from Govandi. It was at that particular location, if I can just ask my cameraman to pan, the stone end that you can see, which is the land's end, that's the point at which the 3 girls were standing. They're trying to take a selfie. The water at that point level was exactly brimming on to the stone level. It was that high. The girls, one of the 2 girls who fell into the water, I mean, they tried to gather back, but as you said, it's high tide time. The water pressure is quite high with a lot of waves crashing onto the stones. Ramesh Valunj, who lives nearby, who is a driver by profession, he was traveling to his work area. He works in a nearby place, and he saw these 2 girls drowning, and at that point, even though there was a huge crowd, as you said, Sanket, that in Bandstand there is certainly at any point, almost I have spoken to quite a few people. They say in every second or third month there is some kind of the other kind of a drowning that they get to see. There was a huge crowd here, but in spite of that, no one really helped. It was only Ramesh Valunj who went all the way. He ran to that location, saved one of the girls. There was a lot of water which had entered her body. The other girl who pulled her up out, he went back into the sea to get the 3rd girl. He had managed to grip the hair as well of the 3rd girl, but at that point the 3rd girl actually held on to him, and he could not swim further back, and that's the reasons why both of them went back into the sea. They drowned. The entire administration here got into action. The fire brigade was called. There's a boat also that was lying here, but as of now, as you can see, the boat has not been able to get into the search and rescue operation as yet, because there are a lot of stones here. It's low tide, and there you can see a fisherman. Those fishermen boats have been pulled into action. These people are now helping the police and the fire brigade to locate the bodies deep into the sea. Since it was low tide, the bodies would have been pulled back into the sea, is what the administration really believes, because this is what the the fishermen have told them, that experience. They feel that either the bodies are sent off to either Santa Cruz or the Worli areas, or are either pulled back into the sea with the low tide, with the water receding back into the sea. So certainly the fishermen are here trying to help them out, but fire brigade, they're searching on the shore itself. They've not been able to get onto the sea, even though they have a boat, but it's an airboat, which in these stony areas, in these kind of stones that we see here, they will not be able to work on any bit. So they are right now only searching on the shore. It's the fishermen, the people living around this entire area. They are the ones really helping out in the search and rescue operation.
Absolutely, and there's very little that one can do at a time like this, because as you are mentioning, the locals feel, or they fear, that under such circumstances, when there is a high tide, and then the water at a time when the high tide starts going back to low tide, the water starts going back, and that's when the water technically pulls you into the sea, and that's something that might have happened in this particular case. This is people saying by experience, but nonetheless they are trying their best possible effort to locate the bodies. It is feared that these two, number one, the girl, and number two, the fisherman who jumped to save the girl, both could have drowned. Let's quickly listen into this interview that has come in of Mr. Harish Shetty, who's a fire officer who spoke a little while back.
So there are three girls have been involved initially, but the fisherman who is Mr. Varun, he had rescued one with the help of the other lady, and again he had gone for rescue the remaining lady, the remaining girl, but unfortunately he was drowned with her. So we are making a search of it, but we had searched with that small boat with the fishermen, because being a local they had helped us a lot. We have searched with that fisherman boat. Also we brought our first flood and rescue team over here.